Greetings, this is Manu Walia from Continuum Global Asset Management. It's February the 25th, and we'd like to bring you the market commentary. Well, in the guise of market commentary, this clip that I want to put up for our viewers is really triggered by a talk that I had with one of my colleagues who asked me a basic question about, hey, what do you think? Which analysis is better, fundamental or technical? Anyways, we had a long debate, and I thought instead of just believing in one or the other analysis, it would be nice to put up a clip, tell our viewers what we think, and then get a lot of feedback, some critical feedback from our viewers. So really, if you'd be kind enough to send us an email or put up your comments, we'd appreciate that. Well, my belief is that when you're looking at fundamental or technical analysis, you're pretty much trying to do the same thing. You're trying to figure out what the value of a security is, what the value of the security in the future could be, and if it's undervalued or overvalued, and it helps you make a decision whether to buy it or not. If you take a step back, there's only two asset categories in the world, and everything else is a derivative of that. Either you take an equity position in a company, or you loan money to an entity. It could be an individual, it could be a commercial entity, or what have you. So when we look at the financial professionals or investors in the market, and they're doing fundamental analysis, in my mind, all they're trying to do is they're trying to look at the entity, trying to figure out what that entity will be able to earn in the market going forward, and they will look at the final outcome or earnings of that company or the entity and give it a reasonable valuation and say, hey, based on our analysis, we believe that over the next 6 months, 12 months, this company could be valued at this price. All right, so fundamentally, they've looked at different variables and said, if you break it up, the book value of the company is going to be this much, the earnings power is this much, and the company is undervalued or overvalued based on our analysis. Okay, great. So if the company is a great company, they're making a lot of earnings, they are hoping that more and more investors will come in and buy the stock because they believe the company is doing well economically. On the other hand, a technical analyst is only looking at the momentum in the stock of that entity, the trend of the stock price, the volume of the stock price, the liquidity of the stock price. In other words, he's looking at different variables to figure out if the investor sentiment is positive towards the stock or negative. So in both instances, I believe that people are looking whether the money is coming into the stock or not, or the product that you are in consideration. Having said that, we brought up our most recent newsletter, which was the February newsletter, and it was coincidental that a couple days after we published that newsletter, the market took a 3% correction. Now, if you look at the newsletter, you will see three variables that we bring about, and those three variables are nothing but technical variables. Our fundamental analysis of the market is that over the next 12 months, the market can gain another 11 to 12%. But having said that, we believed based on technical variables like the volatility index, or in layman terminology, the fear gauge in the market, or the investor optimism in the market, that people were being very complacent, and within a bull phase, one can experience a number of interim corrections that can be anywhere between 3 to 7%. I mean, it could be a little bit more or less. I'm not sure. I'm not clairvoyant. But the point is that one would be better off understanding investor sentiment and investor behavior, which continues to repeat itself time after time, time and again. So having said that, we would urge you to look at our newsletters, give us some feedback of what you think the differences are between fundamental and technical analysis and which you believe is better, we will try and publish it on our website. Again, if you have any questions or you'd like to talk about this in detail, give us a call or write to us. Our website is www.cgamadvisor.com. Once again, it's www.cgamadvisor.com. Thanks for watching and happy trading.